Nico,
Joey,
where's Craig?
he's gone. He's gone. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Okay.
But you know, the episode 30, the midlife crisis, deserved it.
Welcome to episode 31 of Rally Point.
Joey,
Yeah?
please tell me everything about this episode.
Well, this is a special episode of Rally Point because it is all about Total War Warhammer.
Yes!
Specifically, the race of the Empire. So we're going to have a look at diplomacy and what options will be available to you early on in your Empire campaign.
Nice. Also, spoilers, we're gonna talk about army setups,
Oh yeah?
strategies,
What
and
else?
tactics. Oh, I love this one. And special units.
They're my favourite kind of unit.
Yeah, with Eva, campaign designer on Total War Warhammer.
Isn't it right now?
It is right now. Eva, take it away.
Hello, I'm Eva Jopse. I'm a campaign designer on Total War Warhammer. So if I were to play Empire and I would be involved in a land battle, then this will be my go-to army setup. First I would pick Balthasar Gelt to be my legendary lord, and I would back him up with a Witch Hunter, which is a hero character that will come in handy. Then I will pick some infantry, which is 2 units of halberdiers and 3 units of greatswords. Then I need some fast cavalry as well, which will be 2 units of pistoliers, 2 units of outriders with rifles, and 2 units of outriders with grenade launchers. And last, I will need the specialty of the Empire, the heavy artillery, which is going to be 4 Hailstorm rocket batteries, 2 Hellblaster volley guns, and finally 1 big steam tank. During deployment, when I will set up this army, I will really try to use the terrain to my advantage. I will try to put my artillery on a hill, preferably in a corner, so that the enemy will have limited areas of approach. And then I will position my infantry in front of it. In between my infantry I'll put my Witch Hunter, and in front of all my infantry I'll put a steam tank. The steam tank is then a speed bump, which will try to distract the enemy for as long as possible while the artillery can keep firing. Another important part of my army is my fast cavalry. So I have some pistoliers and outriders. And these will try to harass the enemy as much as possible, because they are really hard to catch and they can really dish out a lot of damage with their pistols and grenade launchers and rifles. So the reason that I chose different types of fast cavalry is that I never know what kind of forces the enemy will have. So I need different types of ammunition, and the pistoliers are really great with their 2 pistols with quick rate of fire. The outriders have a longer range, and the outriders with grenade launchers, well, fewer in number, can take out large formations of enemy troops when they're concentrated. So last but not least, I will have Balthasar Gelt on the Pegasus, and he will rush out in front of the fast cavalry and really dish out a lot of damage with his Lore of Metal spells. And he can finish off any enemy units that have already been damaged by the light cavalry. So artillery is the main specialty of the Empire, and first they're going to start out with the mortar and the Empire Great Cannon, but later on they're going to get some special tools available to them, which is the Hailstorm rocket battery and the Hellblaster volley gun. So the difference between these 2 units is that the volley gun is a short range machine gun type of unit, and anything that passes through my main array of fire will quickly be cut down and suffer massive morale penalties. On the other hand, the rocket battery is very advantageous in the early phase of the game, when the enemy still has lots of infantry left. It's extreme range and it does massive splash damage, so it will really thin out the enemy infantry as it approaches. So the hero unit that I chose is the Witch Hunter, and the reason that I chose is that it's an ideal combination of melee effectiveness and ranged effectiveness. So the Witch Hunter is one of the few units that has a ranged pistol available to it to shoot at the enemy. And it also has a special ability, which is the Accuse ability. So the Accuse does some magical, unavoidable damage to any enemy. It's on a pretty long cooldown, but it can still tip the odds in my favor if the enemy approaches my artillery and I really want to get rid of a certain unit. Another really important unit that the Empire has available to it in the late game is a steam tank. A steam tank is one of the most heavily armored units in the game, and it has 3 main weapons. First it has the main cannon, and it can deal some medium range heavy damage. And to anything that comes closer, it can unleash its steam gun and it deals massive damage to infantry that's nearby. As a last resort, it can also ram the enemy troops and grind down upon them.
Thanks Eva, that was very useful, and if you guys want to share your strategy, click the link to the Empire roster to the wiki which is below and let us know what your formation and army setup would be.
But right now, it's gonna be you talking about diplomacy as the Empire.
Is it me?
It's you!
It's you! I'll be right back. So we're playing as the Empire as Cole Franz, and we're going to hop into the diplomacy menu and see what options are available to us early on in your campaign. The yellow area is what you've selected, in this case Outdorf, which is occupied by the Empire. The green to the right are factions that are friendly towards you. The red are those that are unfriendly or at war with you, and finally the grey are neutral factions that you have yet to build up a relationship with. There are many options that you can toggle on or off at the top of the screen also. So let's scroll down and have a look at the factions that we can have dealings with. You can see clearly what their attitude towards your chosen faction is, your existing agreements and their strength rank. So we're going to click on Talabecland and see what our options are. Okay, not bad, we have a few options here, 3 that have a high chance of success, which mean you could probably ask for some cash out of them as part of the deal if you so choose. We're going for a non-aggression pact, which means that they have agreed not to attack us on the campaign map, and they accept. So as the Empire, one of your first objectives is to occupy all of the settlements within Reichland. Currently it's being occupied by the Empire secessionists with whom we're currently at war. If we go into the diplomacy menu, you'll see that our only option for this faction is a peace treaty. Unfortunately, I don't think it looks like it's going to happen. And they've rejected. War it is then. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rally Point, and let us know in the comments down below what you would like to see in future episodes.
Yes, and maybe Craig will be back. But in the meantime, do you have anything else to say to the community?
Beware the Ides of March.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the latest Total War Warhammer campaign walkthrough video. Today we're going to take a snapshot of a campaign we've been playing as the Empire, and the usual caveats apply. We're still a good 2.5 months from launch, and well into balancing and polishing. So you may see some placeholder bits and bobs, and many of the values on show may well change as we nudge